Okay, quiet everybody, quiet please. Thank you everybody for coming. Now I know there's rumours that we've made a big money signing, and the rumours are true. I'm going to tease that for just a little bit longer here though while we go through the rest of the activity in the transfer window, since it is very quickly winding down here. Now in terms of the outs, Mohamed El Neni has left the club. £24 million he's going to China. He leaves with the club's best wishes, of course. I think the fee we've got for him is very fair. And the player's happy to leave. He wanted to go to a team where he could be, will play a more key part in the first team. He's got that. We've got a fee we're happy with, and he does leave with my best wishes and the club's best wishes as well. And in terms of the ins, we have signed a good utility defender, Tyrone Mings, £4 million from Bournemouth. He's going to do a really, really job when called upon. Very underrated player, I feel. And we're very happy to have Tyrone on board. And also Jack Butland. We have signed him, £24 million, potentially rising to 39. Now, he has gone back out on loan to Stoke for the rest of this season. We obviously have two very capable keepers already. But he'll come in next season and he'll challenge Leno for a first team spot. Of that, I have absolutely no doubt. Now, I think we've all waited long enough. Let's have a look and unveil the signing that we've made, £135 million worth of football. So there you have it, Milinkovic Savic. Very, very happy to have him on board. He is a world-class quality midfielder. He's young. He's going to be amazing for us. So of that I have very, very little doubt. I can't wait to see him in action. I'm sure you're the same. So we're going to call it a press conference there, guys. I'm not going to take any questions. I do have some very big games I need to prepare for. So thank you for coming out, and we'll see you on the field. Hi there, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 7 of our Arsenal save as we seek to win the Champions League with them for the very first time. And as you've heard, we have made a big signing to help us take a step towards that. But before we go and have a look at our new boys, let's have a look at what's happened since last episode. Of course, we smashed Spurs 5-0 in the North London derby. And we've played quite a few games since then, actually. Then we went and played Huddersfield Town 3-0. It was 3 goals of, honestly, the highest quality. Goals of the month at the end of this episode. Technically, this is December, but we'll throw them into January just because. Ozil, Lacazette and Aubameyang, we actually looked like a really good team with the goals we scored. Huddersfield actually did a pretty good job against us, and we just found some different level class. It was really good to get that win. Then we played Newcastle away. You can see it was a 2-0 win. We weren't at our best in this game. We really weren't. We got the job done. You can see it was sort of the Europa League squad that played. It was an own goal and Emil Smith-Rowe that got the goals for us. So that was good to see Smith-Rowe on the scoreboard again in the Premier League. Then we played Chelsea again in the FA Cup. We had a really poor first half. We went behind. We were 1-0 down at the break. At the second half, we were quite good. We came roaring back. You can see Mustafi 2 goals. Xhaka as well with a goal. Set pieces for the most part. I can't remember the Xhaka goal, how that was scored, but yeah, we deserved to win. I was really happy with that. Then we played Brighton in the league at home, and just one word, Aubameyang. 5 goals for the striker. He is just absolutely on fire. Granit Xhaka chipped in with a pretty good goal himself, but Aubameyang in this game, honestly, guys, 5 goals in a game. Now that is up there with equal Premier League record, I think. I don't remember many people getting 5. I think Jermaine Defoe may have got 5. Dirty word, I know, in an Arsenal game, but I think he did get 5 at some point. Now, let's have a look here. We went and played Leicester City. It was 0-0. We just had an off day. We couldn't create anything. We had a bit of a Billy Big Times, I think, after the 6-0, and we just could not create anything. We didn't look like losing. Leicester didn't create anything either. We were the better team. We just couldn't score. Then we got Watford in the 4th round of the FA Cup, and this was another good solid win. You can see Ozil and Laurent Koscielny got his first goal after his injury, which was nice. Just a good solid win. Now Watford gave us a really hard time in the league, so I was a little bit wary of this game, but we did a really good job against them. In this episode, we're going to have West Ham at home, Burnley away, and you can see Southampton, more likely Liverpool in the next round of the FA Cup coming up as well. But that's all for next episode. We'll figure out how we're going to work that in. But yeah, so let's have a look at these transfers, because I wasn't expecting to make such a big signing. Just a quick tap up on the outs. Mohamed El Neni, he wanted to leave at 24 million. Chinese clubs were interested. He came to me and said he wanted to leave because he could be like a key player in a squad. And to be honest, I didn't really want to let him go for squad depth. And then I remembered getting a scout report for Sergei Milinkovic Savic, and I thought, yes, if we can make this work, let's do it. So let's have a look at the new man, the big guy. Look at that. That is a world-class midfielder. Now, I had heard of this guy just from podcasts and things like that. I'm not an avid watcher of Serie A anymore, but let me look at those physical stats: jumping reach, strength, stamina, everything. He's just a beast, and then he's quite mentally strong as well. 17 flair, 15 vision, determination 18. I mean, he's a future captain, isn't he? Off the ball 18 as well, and then the technical stats, they're right up there as well. I mean, if he's not the best midfielder in the game, just looking at that, I don't know who is, but he's only 23 as well. We have this guy basically until we win the Champions League, and he's going to be a massive part of the team while we do that. So really, really happy to have him. You can see it's 50 million going up to 135. Now, in order to make this deal work, pretty much after 20 games, we have to pay another 20 million. After 50, I think it's another 20 or 30 million. Like we have massive chunks of change coming up once he gets to sort of game time. I think 50 goals is another chunk, and there's something else as well. So we're going to get to that 135 million. It's just I've been able to structure it in a way that allowed us to bring him in under this year's transfer budget. Now, I did say last episode I was thinking of bringing in an English goalkeeper as a backup. So we went and got Jack Butland, of course, at Stoke City in the Championship. He was unhappy, so we've pounced on that. Now we're paying him 69 grand a week. It's a big chunk of change, but he's a good, solid. I mean, he's an England international. We all know about Jack Butland, don't we? The thing that I was thinking when I signed him, ideally I wouldn't have liked to have spent so much on a backup goalkeeper, but checks out. So we're actually saving a little bit of money on. He's not out as of yet, but we won't be renewing his contract. So it's saving roughly half on the wages, about 50 grand a week on the wages. And with Brexit coming up in the game now, I've only ever reached Brexit once before in my Manchester United save, and it was a foreign. You could have 17 foreign players or something like that, 13 foreign players. I can't remember what the number was, but there was like a number limit on it. I don't know if that's going to be the case all the time, so I wanted to have an English goalkeeper that we could put in to start if we need to, if we don't, if we have to, because we don't have enough foreign player slots. I don't want it to be like, it's a hard Brexit. You can have one foreign player, and then obviously that has to be Milinkovic-Savic because he's a beast, and I've just spent 100 million on him. But you know what I mean. He probably wouldn't count because he's already at the club. But anyway, I'm digressing. So yeah, we have a really, really good, solid England goalkeeper backup, and I'm really, really happy to have him. He's back out on loan at Stoke for the rest of this season, just because we won't use him anyway, and then we'll have him for next season. And then Tyrone Mings, this is a player that I really, really rate. I signed him in FM19 for my Aston Villa team, and he was a key player all the way. We won the Champions League in the end, and he was a big part of that. For a defender, he's really, really good physically, good in the air, good pace. So he's not going to get beaten there very often. And everything else, he's just a solid defender. He can pass, he can tackle, he can mark, he can head. Positioning's good, work rate, everything is good. And because he can play central defence, he can play left back if he has to. For £4 million, I just thought it's a no-brainer. English as well. So it's just a bit of a no-brainer, I thought, anyway. So really, really happy. Peanuts, really, isn't it? £4 million. I think we're paying him 25 grand a week, is it? So really, really happy. He's happy to be a backup as well, so just perfect. It was an absolute no-brainer, and really, really happy to have him at the club. But let's move on and see the team that's going to play West Ham. So here it is. It's pretty much the strongest team we can have. Milinkovic-Savic, of course, comes in, but it's Leno in that. Very American of me, isn't it? Mustafi, Socrates and Koscielny across the back, Bellerin and Tierney down the wings, Torreira and Milinkovic-Savic in midfield, Mesut Ozil, Lacazette, and the goal machine, Aubameyang, up front. So here we go. We can see the way West Ham's lining up. It's not the best team, is it? Snodgrass. I didn't realise he was still at West Ham. I don't think he is in real life, but I think, did he go back up? Anyway, he was at Villa last year, and I thought he did really well. It's a shame he couldn't stay. For the fans, we are at home. That might work. We'll do it with a bit of passion. Where are we here? Let's give the fans the performance they're expecting. That has worked a pretty charm. So let me know what you think of our transfer window of Milinkovic-Savic. I think this team we're putting out right now, this isn't far off a Champions League winning team, I don't think. Obviously, you can always be stronger, can't you? But when I was looking at, where can we strengthen, and I was happy with our midfield, but I mean, there's no doubt that Milinkovic-Savic is better than Aaron Ramsey. There's just no doubt about that. So that was one area that we've definitely strengthened. Now it's going to take him a little bit of time to settle into the club, I'm assuming, but yeah, I'm really happy with the signing. I think if I'm trying to be sort of honest, where we could improve next, I'm thinking the central defenders are okay. Our fullbacks, wingbacks, very, very happy with. Midfield, it's not bad. It's not bad. You could probably still upgrade, maybe. Could you upgrade on Torreira, though? I don't know. Ozil, yeah, I think is fine. I think he's a world-class midfielder. I just think maybe up front, we could do perhaps a little bit better than... I mean, Aubameyang, no way, not on this season's form. He's right up there. But I just wonder if we could maybe upgrade on Lacazette. Welbeck, I don't think we're going to renew his contract. He's just... We'll see what the Brexit rules are going to be. I haven't had any sort of game hasn't given me any inclination yet what that's going to be. Savage just done really well to nick that. He's given it to Lacazette. Back to Savage. Look at this. Can he get a goal on his first start in the league? It's Ozil! Goal! He's taken it off the boot of Milinkovic-Savic, but that's okay because Mesut Ozil puts us 1-0 up in the second minute of the game. I did give Milinkovic-Savic his debut in the FA Cup against Watford, mostly because I just wanted him to start to fit into the club, and I figured the FA Cup, it's not top of our priorities, is it? Aubameyang again, the leap he can get, really, really well to head that down into the path of Mesut Ozil. And like I say, Savic was there as well. He could have just as easily have scored that goal. I forget what I was saying now. I was just rambling probably. We're not controlling possession here at all. So anyway, strikers up front. I just wonder if we could maybe improve there. We did have Mauro Icardi was up for sale. He ended up going to Manchester United, but it was 99 million. We just didn't have that. And really, goal scoring isn't our weakness this season whatsoever. We haven't really got a weakness, to be honest. We're playing really, really well. But I just, the 50 million that we had, I think I've invested it wisely in Milinkovic-Savic. But like I say, you can let me know what you think. And again, do you think we could upgrade on Lacazette? I mean, it depends who we can get in too, doesn't it? I did have a look at Ryan Sessegnon from Fulham, the left wing back. It's a good ball in, it's headed away. Oh, it's a penalty? It is a penalty. It's not headed away cleanly. It's going to be Aubameyang from the penalty spot for his 29th goal of the season, if he can put it in. And we're in January, let's not forget. 29 goals for the season is a good return. And I've talked him up and he's missed it. He's still got 28 goals for the season. Is a very, very good return. And he's got that in January. It's just incredible. Another corner coming in. Mesut Ozil. That doesn't look like it's being well defended. It's a corner kick. I don't know what to make of the set pieces in this game. A part of me thinks that we work on it in training and we deserve to score goals from it. Then a part of me wonders, is it unrealistic? Are we scoring too many goals from it? I don't know. My personal, what I think is maybe happening is that in the general AI of the game is that the opposition aren't training to defend set pieces as much as they should, perhaps. And so because we are training it, then I'm going to say I'm not happy with that. Then perhaps that's why it's sort of showing up that we're scoring a lot of goals, because teams aren't preparing for us properly. But yeah, I don't know. I just don't know what to make of it. How have you guys found it in your games? Have you had been scoring like a crap ton of set piece goals, or is it? I don't know. I just don't know. Anyway, let's get back to the job at hand here. Kieran Tierney, can we get a nice early goal in the second half as well? It's a shame about that penalty because 2-0. It would be looking very, very good to go through, wouldn't it? Well, not go through, but to win the game anyway. They're looking anxious and frustrated. We just need to put them away. Koscielny's come back from his injury and he's done pretty well. He's sort of fit straight back in there. And I've been really happy with how he's doing. It's a good ball from Ozil out to Kieran Tierney. Can he get a nice ball across the back? We've got 3 men in the box. If he can pick one of them out, that's not a great pass, but Savic is there. Oh, it's a crunching tackle. Didn't like that, but he's up and he's running away again. Now, the problem we're going to have, not a problem, we're going to have to find Savic's best position. Bellerin's in there. Can he get a ball across the box? He can. Back post. Kieran Tierney! I think it's his first goal for Arsenal. And that is a very, very nice goal indeed. A brilliant play to take the goal. Was it his first goal? I think the first goal of the season, so it must be his first goal for Arsenal. It's his first season with Arsenal. But this, Mesut Ozil, his range of passing, he just picks out the man every time. And this is a good ball to the back post. And Tierney, just too good in the air, wasn't he? Puts it past a flapping Fabianski. And that is 2-0. And that should now be job done. Now, I wouldn't mind... Tyrone Mings, he came in very, very poor match sharpness. I think he may have just been coming back from an injury. So that's sort of looked like roughly where he was at. So I wouldn't mind giving him a little bit of game time here. What are we at? 60-something minutes, 70th minutes. We could bring him on. Socrates is looking aggressive, and that sometimes makes me worry. Let's see, Ozil knocks that in. Flick on the near post, and it's Milinkovic-Savic with his first goal for the club in his first start in the league. He is an absolute beast in the air. I think his jumping reach is 17 or something, and he's got, as I showed you the attributes before, he's got strength as well, movement, and that's a good header, isn't it? Could Fabianski have done a little bit better? But that doesn't matter, does it? That is 3-0, and that is enough now. We can comfortably make some subs. Let's have a first look at Tyrone Mings. Let's bring him on for Mustafi, I think. Should we give Bellerin a rest while we're at it? Might be sensible. Denny Welbeck's picked up with an injury, so we've got Alex Iwobi on the bench as sort of an emergency striker if needed. I'm wondering, I don't know how fit Milinkovic-Savic is, if we should protect him here as well, but we won't. We'll leave him out there. If he's going to go into the 60s, though, maybe we will. We have Granit Xhaka on the bench, so we'll use him. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave it like that. You can go box to box. Yeah, so this has been okay, hasn't it? Can we get a fourth from a set piece again? Tyrone Mings! Oh, he's put it back for Torreira. That is 4. Tyrone Mings, unselfish. Could have got himself there, and we could have had 3 Arsenal scorers for the first time, but it doesn't matter. Torreira is there, and that is 4-0 to Arsenal. And again, it's a set-piece goal, isn't it? Tyrone Mings has done well. I mean, they're from the training ground. You can see that they've moved from the training ground, and I just wonder if it's just not the best AI in the game, that managers aren't seeing that we work on these things in training. Lichtsteiner across to the back post. Kieran Tierney should retrieve that. And this looks as though it's going to be it. There we go. 4-0 to the Arsenal. Pretty happy with that. And yeah, I mean, we've absolutely dominated that game, haven't we? Only 1 shot on target for the whole game against us. So we will just tell them that we're very, very happy with that. There we go. And onwards we go. And the good thing about that, we scored 4 and Aubameyang hasn't scored. Now, Aubameyang hasn't actually scored in a few games here, which could become troubling. Now you can see we're going back to the top of the league. We are 3 points clear of United. How many is that? That is 5 points clear of Liverpool and an absolute country mile clear of everybody else. So wait right there, guys. We will be back for Burnley. Okay, welcome back for Burnley at home. No, we're away. Away to Burnley. Up the Turf Moor we go. You can see Burnley, they're sitting 7th in the league this year. They're not having a bad year. They're only, 3 points off of 5th. Which is Chelsea, and we know Chelsea will be a tough game. So using that logic, this is not going to be easy. But let's go and have a look at the team that we're sending out, and it is a little bit of a risk that we're taking here. We have quite a few players that are pushing up into the high risk of injuries. If we have a look here, just so you can see, quite a few. And given that we're just coming out of the Christmas period, we're about to go back into Europe, I don't want to risk any injuries if we can help it. So given we're in a relatively strong position in the league, we're going to take a risk and rest quite a few players. So it's Leno in goal. Mings makes his first start with Holding and Mustafi across the back. Lichtsteiner and Kolasinac go down the wings. Xhaka comes in to go with Milinkovic-Savic in midfield. Mkhitaryan, he's going to play in behind. We're going to rest Aubameyang. He's gone off form a little bit lately, so maybe it is tied legs. So we're going to play Welbeck with Lacazette up top. So Burnley, they are parking the bus, aren't they? Look at that. That is absolutely ridiculous. It's a 4-2. You could probably call it a 4-4-1-1 if you're being generous. But it looks very much like a 6-2-1-1, doesn't it? So let's see here. Pick up where they left off. I tend to think what works better with that is go out there and show the media that they are worthy of your praise. And let's do a couple of individual talks here for players that haven't quite reacted. Tyrone Mings. This is probably the biggest game of his career, isn't it? Good old Tyrone Mings. Let's see what we can do here. Alright, here we go. Up the Turf Moor. And let's see what we can do. Yeah, like I say, openly admit this is a risk that we're taking here. But, like I said, tied legs and injuries at this time are not what we need. I don't think Lyon's going to be easy by any stretch of the imagination in the Europa League. And yeah, I just want to make sure that we have fit players. It doesn't hurt to give some of these guys a run out. They're as good as the Burnley players anyway, so all things being equal, which should be fine. But you just never know, do you? You just never know. Time to get creative. Burnley's having more of the ball, which is a little bit of a worry, isn't it? Milinkovic-Savic's condition is falling away pretty quickly here. Let's go with the demand more. There we go. It seems to focus the boys. This is a bit of a snooze fest so far, if we're being honest. Now, I don't have a Aubameyang on the bench. Is that a mistake? Possibly, but I didn't want to sort of run the risk of me putting him on because I think he does actually need a rest. And Welbeck and Lacazette are scoring goals. I did toy the idea of going to the Europa League formation, but I did decide against that. Maybe that was a mistake. Far from pleased, boys. Come on, we're better than this. Couple of individual team talks here. And let's get back out there. Who's playing the 6.4? That is Kolasinac. That's not good. That's not good enough, mate. That is not good enough. Welbeck's not having a great game either, but you might be able to put that down to the fact that they have had, well, we haven't created anything. He hasn't had a chance to do anything of note. What we don't want to do here, I dare say, is go behind, because that could make life very, very difficult for us indeed. It's like absolutely pelting down in Lancashire, doesn't it? Come on, boys. Let's not... They're pinging it around. Is that a foul? It is a foul. Is that someone on a booking? Hopefully not. It's not. It's Lichtsteiner. That's fine. Yeah, we're not creating anything. Look at this. I mean, this is what Leicester was like a little bit, though we did create more against Leicester. We're defending a set piece now as well. Comes in. It's there. Leno claims that easily. Now, surely that's not the highlight. Can we launch a counter-attack here? Come on, boys. Leno has it. I mean, you have someone right there. Yeah, that's not difficult. All right, Rob Holding. Let's see what you can do. Pings it out wide. That's good. Out to Lichtsteiner. Can he get in behind? Early ball. Early ball. There it is. Lacazette. Surely this is it. Can we square it for Denny Welbeck? Square it. Go yourself. Oh, the keeper's made a good save. Welbeck's retrieved that. Can he get another crossing? That looks like a foul. Surely, ref. Oh, referee. Come on, boys. Mings should have that. He's quick enough to get there. That's fine. I think we're going to have to change something here. Let's show some passion. That's not really the problem, is it? All right, a set piece. Can we bail ourselves out with a set piece again? Mkhitaryan. No, we can't. Xhaka back out to Mkhitaryan. Lacazette's there. Have it, son. Mustafi. He's not going to shoot. Out to Mings. Mings can cross, but usually on his left foot. Mustafi back to Mings. Mings is like, no, dude, I'm on the right. I need this on my left foot. He pings one across. That's okay, though. It's okay. Is that Kolasinac out there? It's Mkhitaryan still. Mkhitaryan cuts in. Back in for Milinkovic-Savic. Oh, he's got to win too. For Milinkovic-Savic. Milinkovic-Savic. I don't know where that came from. Just any Serbian name I can think of. It's just going to come out as hyphenated names. It could have anything. Ivanovic, Matic. But that's okay. Anyway, back to the goal. Just a nice little bit of patient play, working them around the edge of the area. Look at that. It's a good pass for Milinkovic-Savic in space. Could the goalkeeper have done a little bit better? Possibly. Is it Joe Hart in goal? Who's in goal? Tom Heaton. Nick Pope. So I wonder if Joe Hart has left the club there then. Alright, we just need to concentrate here. Oh no. Come on, boys. Concentrate. Get that away. Oh, all that work to get in front, and we go and just throw it all away from a corner. Yeah, folks, it's just pulled off the goal line. There's men there. We have two guys in there specifically marking that space, and it hasn't come off for us. All right, I'm going to make an executive decision here, and we're going to change to the Europa League formation. So I'll get this changed done and then we'll come back. I'm not going to make you sit here while I edit that all in. I'll edit that out anyway. Okay, so we're making two subs. This is basically what we're doing. We're bringing Mesut Ozil in and we're bringing Iwobi in. We're taking out... Who do we take out there? Kolasinac and Lacazette. Neither of them are playing particularly well, though Lacazette's doing a little bit better than Welbeck. But Welbeck does typically play up front in his formation in Europe and does do quite well for us. So we have faith in those boys to come on and do a job for us. And let's see what we can do. Lacazette is looking tired as well. I might need to give them some time off in training, actually, just to freshen legs. there's signs, isn't there, that we're just starting to falter. You see it sometimes, don't you? Sort of after the Christmas fixtures, January, February. Milenkovic! Decent effort. We're playing him as a Mazzala here. It is going to take a little bit of trial and error to sort of find his best position. Mesut Ozil knocks one in here. It's down, it's headed away, but out to Tyrone Mings on his left foot. What can he do? Back to Ozil. Mesut Ozil! Goal! By the big... Well, he's not big, but the great German anyway. He has notched in a goal, and could that be our saving grace? Puts us back to 2-1 up. That was Mings actually... Good composure there from Tyrone Mings. I am a fan of his. I remember in real life he was at Ipswich, wasn't he? He went to Bournemouth and got a really bad injury when they first got promoted. Could the keeper have done better there again? And you've never heard of Tyrone Mings since, but in Football Manager, he's a really, really good pickup. Again, guys, if you're playing on your games, if you're an English club and you need sort of a utility defender that's just good, reliable, go for Tyrone Mings, because as you can see, cheap, £4 million, 25 grand a week, and Ozil's injured. That is probably the worst thing that could have happened to us. I hope that's not serious. Potential lower leg here. Hopefully it's just like a gash or something, and it's not as serious as that could be. Let's bring Maitland-Niles on. We'll just drop him in. We were in stoppage time. Oh, it's a stoppage time injury. What a waste. What a waste. In there, please. Oh, why can't I just do what I want you to do? There we go. I hold your breath, everybody. Hashtag pray for Mesut and just hope that is not serious. Whenever I see a lower leg injury, I just instantly go to like broken leg or broken ankle. Which apparently, I should have mentioned this sooner. Looks like that's what Danny Welbeck's done, which is not good, is it, in real life? Tyrone Mings, can he get a cross in? That's not a good pass, Tyrone, but that's alright. That's the end of the game. We've battled hard for that 3 points, and that's hard earned. Do we deserve it? We've had more of the ball. I think a draw is probably a fair result there, but this is just all about how is Mesut Ozil. It's a bit of a let-off. Who's stressed out? Mustafi, we've got to worry about Tyrone, mate. This is not about you right now. Alright, so we rise to see off the Clarets. Oh, please, nothing serious. 2 to 4 weeks. Pulled calf muscle. We can deal with that. That is the reason I didn't want to play him, isn't it? For those sorts of injuries. Yeah, I mean, we have Mkhitaryan. He should be able to do a job. That's why we have a squad, isn't it? But that is the exact reason I didn't want to play him. It's a little bit frustrating, but he got us the 3 points. Got us? It's Terry. I've become Terry. But let's have a look at what that does to the league table. 3 points up on Man United. It's all the same. United's won as well, so that's okay. But guys, that's it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed that, do make sure you hit like. 6 points isn't bad, is it? What we'll do is we'll come back next episode. We might come back for the second leg of the Europa League, and if that's Liverpool, we'll come back for Liverpool. If it's Southampton, then we'll do Cardiff. So that'll be next episode. FA Cup 5th round against Liverpool, perhaps Lyon in the second leg of our Europa League first round knockout tie, or Cardiff at home if it's Southampton in the FA Cup, because I don't think we really want to see Southampton, do we? So I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. And before we go, here are some of our best goals from January, with a few sneaky ones from December against Huddersfield. I'll see you tomorrow. I've been Aussie Villain. Take care.